Are you intrigued by the things that go bump in the night? Have you ever gotten the heebie-jeebies when you pass by an old house? Ever desired to dance in a cemetery? Or even obsess over the dark and obscure? Well, me too. Hi, I'm Nicole, and strange topics are my specialty.
From the creators of the White Wednesday Radio Network and Lead Up Studios, this is The Dark with Nicole.
Welcome, my little bats and baddies. It is a week for the dark. I mean, it's always the dark for Nicole. But today, we obviously have our wife, Sina.
Hello. Am I a bat or a baddie?
You're a baddie.
Thank you.
Straight baddie. And then we have our other baddie, Therese, with us today.
Hello.
So first episode, first serial killer. I did a local from Ohio. You guys ready to learn about her?
I was definitely thinking Jeffrey Dahmer immediately.
No, it's she was the first woman in Ohio to be executed.
Okay.
Kind of vibe.
Stop.
Yeah, okay. So today we have Arsenic Annie. Okay.
Therese got the O.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So her real name is Marie Hahn. She was born in Germany in 1906. So like she was around for the Great Depression.
She was
everything. While she was in Germany, she became pregnant and claimed the father was a physician. But her family found this suspicious because no one could locate him. So who knows who the daddy was for her. But she gave birth to a son and called him Oscar. But to avoid shaming her family, she moved to Cincinnati to stay with relatives and then left the baby behind until she could return for him. I'm like, how does that show Oscar? Fame? She did. I'm not going to talk about it. It's nothing big. She just returned for him. I don't know if he came with her or not, but it's just funny. When she left to live in Ohio with her family in Cincinnati, she met and fell in love with a German telegrapher named Philip Hahn. The couple married and saved enough money to open up 2 delis. That's a lot back then.
It's a lot of Reubens.
Oh, give me the Reubens, baby. But after one of her delis mysteriously caught on fire, she received a $300 insurance payout. Following the deli fire, the Hahns experienced 2 fires inside their home, and she received $2,000 for both fires. However, she considered $2,300 insignificant. I was going to see what this was worth back in, 1930s, but I totally forgot.
Don't worry,
Therese is on it. But she wanted a larger payout. So she unsuccessfully tried twice to convince Philip, her husband, to increase his life insurance to $25,000. And after the second failed attempt, he began feeling stomach pains. It is believed she was trying to poison him, and Philip then filed for divorce. Thank God.
Philip, I hope you lived a long and happy life.
Yeah. She then came up with a grand scheme to murder elderly men for profit. Okay. So go ahead, Therese. How much was $2,300 back then?
Roughly $40,804.48.
$4,800. $40,800. That was an insignificant sum for a deli fire and 2 house fires? Give me a break.
It's not like they had that much equipment to replace.
I know, but
knives and cutting boards?
Yeah, that's a big sum though.
Yeah.
How does she deem that insignificant? Because that's probably the $800 came from the deli. and then the 40,000 or the 40,000 came from the houses. Is what I'm assuming.
Like the two
Roughly.
$1,000 ones. Yeah.
I forgot where it was. Oh, I found it. Although she didn't have any nursing experience, she began seeking sick elderly men in the German community. I'm guessing she had. It says Cincinnati. Is there Germantown in Cincinnati?
Yes.
I would
Same
love
with, like,
to go there.
Same with like Columbus. It's all like German.
Oh, yes. Okay. After she conned her way into their lives, she poisoned her victims and then absconded with their money and property. It's believed her first victim was Ernest Kohler, who died in 1933. He left rental property to her in his will, and when she caught a break after learning she had a physician as a tenant. Sorry, that was really close to my face. Arsenic Annie stole several of the doctor's prescription pads. He reported the crime to her, but she shrugged it off and said she knew nothing. She began using the stolen prescription forms to gain the drugs used to kill her victims. That is how she became to be known as Arsenic Annie. Okay. Her next victim was a 78-year-old man named Jacob Wagner. She claimed to be his long-lost niece. Although Jacob didn't believe her, he hired her to do chores around his house. And after Jacob's death, she received $17,000 from his will. So far, she had inherited a rental property and a large sum of cash. If she had gone straight, like, no more killing after killing
She would have gotten away with it.
She may have gotten away with it. Okay? Like, she probably totes
Listen,
could have. Go ahead.
I'm not saying that killing off a bunch of old white men is a bad idea.
Yeah.
But I'm also not condoning it for legal reasons.
Yes. She, however, had an insatiable lust for money. Don't we all?
Yeah.
Her downfall came after she killed a 67-year-old man named George Oberdorfen. Say that a million times. Although she denied knowing him, authorities learned he and her were involved in a relationship. She had also stole $300 in jewelry from him and attempted to sell it to a local pawn shop. The pawn shop employee refused to buy the jewelry. He then described her to the police, and authorities believe she had murdered him. Obendorfen. And then, unknown to the Cincinnati police, she had fled to Colorado, where she unsuccessfully tried to withdraw $1,000 from Oberdorfen's bank account. She then returned to Cincinnati and was arrested upon her return. Once the press got hold of the story, they began writing articles and showing pictures of Marie Hahn, which I suggest you both look up. She kind of looked crazy.
I've seen her picture.
People then began recognizing her and contacting authorities. The public soon learned that she was a serial poisoner. After searching Hahn's residence, they located what was described as enough poison to kill half of Cincinnati.
Oh, good Lord.
Authorities began digging up dead bodies and testing them for toxic drugs. The remains of Jacob Wagner tested positive for arsenic. Authorities arrested Hahn and charged her with her murdering Wagner. And then on November 10th, 1937, a jury convicted Hahn of poisoning and killing Jacob Wagner. So she only got convicted for the one. And then a year later, on December 7th of 1938, Hahn died in the electric chair and pronounced dead at 8:13 p.m. Today, it's unknown how many men she really poisoned And people have seen
Not
reports
enough.
that she possibly murdered at least 15 elderly men. Not enough.
Oh, wow.
Had Philip Hahn not divorced his wife, he likely would have become another victim. She became the first woman to be executed in Ohio, and she was buried at Mount Calvary Cemetery in Columbus, Ohio. I was like, well, I guess we're going to visit that cemetery.
Yeah, I was just looking at pictures of her. I didn't realize she was only 32.
Yeah,
She
no.
was young.
Yeah. And she, I don't know what year she came over
I don't know.
to the States. But she was, yeah.
She got the crazy
She a
eyes.
baddie.
Yeah.
But not in a good way.
Not a good baddie.
Not a good baddie. She was batshit crazy.
So maybe she's not a baddie, she's a bat.
She's a bat. Still working on those things, but I like that. Welcome, my little bats and baddies.
I thought that was super cute.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'm glad I'm a baddie.
It pays to be a baddie, girl.
It pays to be a baddie.
All right. Well, that's it for this week. Just a short one to get us started off. And I don't know what I'll do next because it'll be September.
Yeah, it's
And
spooky season.
I mean, it's been spooky season for a while for Nicole. So keep it spooky, bitches.
Insert bat noises.
Thank you for that.
You've been listening to The Dark, a White Wednesday Radio Network production. Our executive producer is Dustin from the Lead Up Studios team in St. Louis, Missouri. Be sure to like, follow, and share us with your friends on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and more by searching White Wednesday. You can find The Dark on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and more.